Hi, my name's Clint Sneddeker from Frisco, Texas, and today is November 27th, 2016. Exactly 14 years ago, I lost my mom, my brother, and my grandma in a car accident. And so I have to just thank God for His grace and mercy over my life to just allow me to know where I'm at today and where I could have been. I have to back up first and foremost to my earlier years. I just want to say that my mom and dad were great people, loving people. They never really mentored me in a way that I really truly remember to give me a godly perspective over anything, of the decisions that I made. And so at an early age, I found pornography at 14, and that spirit of addiction was planted into me at a very early age, and it led into cigarettes, that led into alcohol, that led into drugs of all kinds. And that carried all the way through high school, all the way into college. And when I got into college, I really wrecked a lot there and found myself just getting a job as fast as I could. So I found myself taking a job out in Phoenix, Arizona, and it was great. I was making great income, but I still had all of that with me. All of those drugs, all of the pornography, all the cigarettes, all the alcohol, all of that was still with me. And that's when I lost, my mom, my brother, and my grandma in a car accident day before Thanksgiving. And so that wasn't the pit of my life. It was the decisions I made after that is where I crawled even further into those addictions and allowed it to numb some of the pain and things that were going on in my life. And well, shortly after that, I met my wife, and her family was rooted in Christ. And there was a fragrance about her that was very kind and loving and uplifting and just a life of increase that I was really attracted to. And, we dated for a while, and I hid a lot of those things from Sharice. And when they came forth, Sharice said, here's the deal. You're going to have to either pick drugs or me. And it was hard. I'm not going to lie. It was very, very hard. And in fact, I walked away from Sharice and went right back to her after about 3 months. And I came to the conclusion that those drugs weren't getting me any better in life. And so I put down the drugs, and it was a process for me to eliminate cigarettes and alcoholism to the extent that it was. And, I never truly accepted Jesus at that point early on in our marriage, but it wasn't until some of the mentors that we found around us started surrounding us that I could see them living a life that I kind of wanted, that I was excited about. And that it allowed me to kind of get baptized and accept Christ into my life and start living some of His principles out in my life. But it wasn't until 3 years ago, just 3 years ago, and I was sitting in my house day before Thanksgiving, and I was still drinking, and was kind of having a little pity party. And Jesus walked right into my front living room, sat down on my coffee table, and stared down me eye to eye, just like we're doing right now. And He said, Clint, you better stop your little pity party, and I want you to think about how your dad feels. He lost his wife, and I turned and I looked over, and Sharice was sitting right next to me. He lost his baby boy, his son, and I looked down, and my son was on the floor playing with Legos. And then he goes, and he lost his mother-in-law. And I turned around, and Sharice's mom, was in the kitchen preparing Thanksgiving dinner. And he says, you better stop worrying about things that you've done or things that have happened in the past, and you better start focusing on what's happening right now. Right now, and what's going to happen in the future. Because every decision that you make from this point forward is going to ultimately predict your future. And it was a big eye-opening moment for me. I went back into my room, kind of collected myself together, and I knew from that point forward that I had a bigger mission in life. It was about, what was I supposed to be doing for my wife? Was I being the husband for my wife? Was I making every moment count to be the man that she selected? Out of all the men that she could have selected, she selected me. And was I being the father to my son at the time? God gifted me that true champion right there, that little boy, for me to be his mentor and to shape and mold him. And for the friends and family that were around me, were I truly enjoying what was going on, and God allowing me to be on this beautiful earth. And it was a way that I started just noticing that it was time for me to step up and just start breathing increase. Anything that I did, any decision that I made, that if it didn't bring increase to my life, it was unacceptable. And so it was a life-changing event, and God's still working on me in mighty, mighty ways. But I wanted to share that with you guys more than anything, to just let you know that it don't matter where you're at, it don't matter how deep you are, you just have to make a decision and understand from this point forward, every decision that I make, if it's not bringing me increase into my life, or my wife, or my kids, or my family, or my friends around me, it's not worth it. You're either serving the devil or you're going to serve the Lord, and the Lord will always prevail. You guys be blessed. I love each and every one of you guys, and take care.